The only TikTok advice you'll ever need to become a part of the upper class?
Nice and done. Buy this small home right here and create your own multi-million-dollar home. Don't buy this nice home for $3 million. Buy this small home right here for $1.2 million. Buy this home for $1.2 million, then you tear it down. Then spend $800,000 and build a brand new home on it. Now you spend $2 million for a brand new home exactly how you want it, and it's worth $3 million, just like your neighbor. The extra $1 million is what I call sweat equity. Now you.
Who has that kind of money? What is he saying, bro? Like, where do you live while the building is happening? Do you live on the street outside? Like, people should buy houses to live in them. Okay? He's just like, whoa, I don't understand. Like, don't buy this $3 million house. Buy this $1.2 million house. And then add another $800,000 on top of that. And it's like, okay, where did you get the money? First of all, where did you get the $2 million? Okay. And also, like, you had that kind of cash on hand, because no one is buying a $3 million house with $3 million in their pocket. They're buying it, and then, you know, they're putting a down payment on a mortgage. I should know. I bought one, famously, even though people thought that I bought it cash. So there's that too. These cheat codes are so funny. They're always like, dude, here's a cheat code. You want to get rich fast? Don't fly business class. Charter a private jet with your friends. And it's like, okay, that's the, you skipped some steps to get to the part where like people were even flying business class.
A socialist.
That's kind of stupid. It all comes down to how to get rich equal just be rich.
You know why I always talk about buy the small home and create your own sweat equity, because that's a better investment. Don't buy this multi-million.
How to be rich, have money, make more money. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It takes time to build a house too, so the 800,000 will be a lot more with the lost value of not investing it in other resources. Yeah, that is like, bro, this like literally does not even make sense from a pro Cappy point of view. That's always the funniest part about it, is that like when these dudes try to make these like you know, pro capitalist you know, just make money forehead takes, is like, it's also not even sound investment advice. The sound investment advice is just don't buy a house, period. Okay? And take the fucking capital that you would have to purchase a house and put it in the stock market. Like, that would be the sound investment advice, and keep renting. Be homeless? No, like, don't buy a fucking house. You can, because if it's all about like, if you already have money and it's all about like how much money you can make with the pre-existing money, then your goal is to make the most amount of money. How can you get the most return? How can you get the highest return on your investment? Okay. Houses are government subsidized capital. Yes, houses are technically a investment vehicle for the average upper middle class to wealthy American. And because of that, it's like heavily protected by local ordinance, local and state governments, and also the federal government as well. But ultimately, it's still not as good as an investment, depending on where you are in your fucking life and how much money you have, how much cash flow you have. It's not the best return on your investment. There are significantly better ways to do that. Real estate makes so much money. What are you talking about? Dude, who do you think owns the land actually, chatter? What? Fixed mortgage versus variable rent means having a stable mortgage would keep you safer in times of instability like we're currently seeing. People who bought houses 3-4 years ago are safe from price gouging on housing. Renting is a waste of money. You'd have a house to build more equity. Having a mortgage is a better investment opportunity than renting, dude. Buying a house is better than renting because you're eventually going to be able to sell and get at least some money back from it, if not most of it. I mean, that's an incredibly long-term investment that we're talking about. And in the short term, you'll get better returns if you are renting and, you know, putting your money in the stock market. But for me, it doesn't matter because this is not an investment vehicle for me. This is a place that I can live in with my family. So that's why I get fucking triggered when these dumbasses have these sorts of takes. There are more variables than mortgage versus renting, chat. Yes. When I understand the interest in wanting to purchase a house and making mortgage payments versus rent, because obviously, ultimately, it is better if you have the capacity. If you're not thinking about it from the point of like making money from your investment choices, then yes, of course, mortgage payments versus rent is better. The only difference between paying mortgage versus paying rent is that in a lot of instances, you're paying less for your mortgage. And also on top of that, the main difference is that you had capital to put a down payment. Okay, you already had money to put a down payment on a house. And now you're paying less for your mortgage payments overall. And you literally own the property. And it's going towards ownership of a property. But of course, not everyone has 80K for a down payment. Of course, I know, I understand that. That's the point. That's the problem. The difference between me and the average renter is quite literally the amount of money that I've been able to build up so that I could put a down payment. Fixing your home is expensive too. Like, yeah, but no, it's fine. You still fucking own you still own your property and you can sell it eventually. 80K down on a $100 million, $3 million house. No, it wasn't 80K. Someone else said 80K. In large portions of the country, it's now more expensive to rent than own. Unfortunately, it means that the money you'd have to make on average investment in the stock market in, say, an ETF would not outpace the difference in rent and mortgage maintenance in a lot of cases. Don't just wave that off. What? Don't wave what off when I've never had to do it? Didn't you just get a credit card a few months ago? Morons forget about property taxes too. Don't just wave that off when you've never had to do it. Wait, are you telling me I've never had to pay property taxes? I literally am sitting in my own house that I own. Of course I pay property taxes. I think he just means someone else in the chat, right? Unless he thinks I live in fucking, I don't know, a place where there's no property taxes. But my property taxes are already baked into the mortgage payments that I pay monthly. Property, more like copperty. I don't know what that means. Anyway, that was really whack. That was really sad to see. Anyway, ultimately, obviously, if you have the opportunity to fucking purchase a property, that's great. Because, like, if all hell breaks, if everything goes to shit, you still have a fucking property. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see the house that I'm in as an investment vehicle. I see it as a place that I can live, a place of stability and security. Whereas most people do not see it as shelter, they see it as an investment opportunity. And what is frustrating about that is that because that they see it as an investment opportunity, they want to protect that investment opportunity or their investment vehicle. And the way to do that is by making sure that, you know, that there isn't new property being developed unless it is something that will improve your property values. And social housing is completely out of the question. You know? That's how it works. How to pay 0% taxes? What is this?
The IRS knows how much money you have at the end of the year. I'll tell you a secret. All right, they don't. The IRS only knows what's reported to them. So if you work a traditional 9 to 5, you get a W-2 form, right? And your employer files a similar W-2 form. And if those two numbers match up, you're fine. You're in the green. If they don't, that's when you get an audit. All right? Now let's say you never file a W-2. They never get a 1099. Well, the IRS has no idea how much money you have. There's not some kind of centralized database of every single bank account and every single transaction you've ever made. I mean, that'd be ridiculous, right? And impossible to comb through. Now, I'm not saying they can't have access to any bank account they want, sure. But first they have to find the bank account.
What?
They have no idea what.
Why is he... This is not actual advice, right? This is a joke, right? He's not actually just... He's not saying... Here's some financial advice. Commit tax fraud. You will 1000% go to jail. Okay? Especially if you're on Instagram. Motherfuckers that commit tax fraud are able to do that by, you know, purchasing Congress. Okay? They're billionaires and shit. They're not homies on Instagram. Okay? And for them, it's legal anyway. It's not even tax fraud at that point. It's just, you know, buy, borrow, die. All your assets are, all your wealth is in in the stock market. It's parked there neatly. His Instagram, he is intentionally poisoning the minds of Zoomers so they become criminals. It's a long form troll that ends with a prison sentence.
What you bank? I'll do with the information what you will. Happy cannon. Have you ever wondered how the
irony of him like also fucking you know, doing this with like an Italian... Wait, is this one guy who is... What the fuck? Wait, what is this thing? What am I watching right now? A lot of people don't know this.
A lot of people don't know this about the school system. In 1903, John D. Rockefeller founded the General Education Board. And within 5 years, adjusted for inflation, he would donate around $1.27 billion. In Rockefeller's own words, I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. The school system was made...
Bro, why don't you just watch Ethan's video? Why would I watch Ethan talk about this when you're coming in here for my commentary? Like, what do you... I just want to see what... I would rather look at a compilation of these videos. Okay? Does he watch the same shit? Okay, but like now I'm watching it. I don't want to hear his commentary on it. I want to comment. I want to do commentary on it. Is this the page Ethan was reacting to, says someone? I guess. That's probably why someone sent it to me.
To turn you into a worker. A lot of people don't know this about the school system. In 1903, John D. Rockefeller founded the General Education Board. And within 5 years, adjusted for inflation, he would donate around $1.27 billion. In Rockefeller's own words, I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. The school system was made to turn you into a worker.
I love that. That's fire. He's so right. I mean, he technically is right. that like John D. Rockefeller definitely did want a nation of workers and not a nation of thinkers. But this idea that like education is done to make you a worker
5 months. Simple
and that's
as.
why it's bad is kind of silly. So what's the alternative? Watching this fucking, this homie on Instagram?
Would you rather have me give you $1 million or teach you how to make $1 million?
Give me the $1 million. Literally, give me the $1 million, you fucking idiot. Give me the $1 million. Anyone who says, teach me how to make $1 million is a fucking dumbass. Give me the $1 million right now.
What do you prefer?
I prefer how to learn how to do it so I can keep making millions over and over and over.
Shut up, Russell. You're a fucking idiot, dude. Russell, you're so dumb.
15 months almost.
You're
2
so
years, let's
dumb,
go.
dude. You're so dumb. What is wrong with you, Russell? Literally take the $1 million and invest it, dumbass.
And I don't have to rely on my parents in the future.
You don't have to rely on your parents in the future if you have $1 million.
All right, Hassan, what do you prefer?
I prefer to learn how to make $1 million because you learn a lot of lessons.
Oh my God, Hudson, you're stupid too. Why are you guys both so dumb?
In the process of making millions.
It's easy for me to give these guys millions of dollars when I pass away, but it's not gonna do them no good because I'm raising kids with no grit. I'd rather teach them how to make millions so that way they can pass it on to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. Bam!
Why don't you just give them $1 million and then teach them how to make $1 million? I mean, let's be real. That's what he's going to do anyway.
Would you rather have...
They're not dumb. They're liars. Okay, what is this?
Guy who
Okay, bro, I swear to God, this website, I mean, this page is incredible. 1 million followers. Everything on here is fire. 3 things you should not buy before becoming rich.
Before you become rich and wealthy. Number 1, you should definitely not be going out there buying an expensive luxury car, especially when you're trying to become rich and wealthy. And if you're gonna buy it, make sure you have the option to pay cash for the car. That's how you know you can afford it. Number 2, you should definitely not be going out there trying to buy all the name branded clothes and bags and jewelry when you're trying to be rich and wealthy. It all adds up, folks. Number 3, going out to expensive restaurant and dining and whining folks all the time. I'm telling you, I've done it. It is expensive. And
Oh, eyvallah. Evet. İnanılmaz. İnanılmaz hareketler yapıyorsun. Bana bir diyet kola getirir misin? Ederim.
at the end of the day, you spend a lot of money on this kind of stuff, and it's unhealthy for your diet anyways. If you want to be...
It's not true. Expensive restaurants are not always unhealthy for you. Also, I mean, I don't disagree with this advice.
2 years
It's not bad.
COVID, and
But-
now I got it at work.
You know, don't stress it. If you want to fucking buy some nice things every now and then, fucking live your life. Teşekkürler.
become rich and wealthy, live below your mean until you get there, and after that, you can spend whatever you want to spend. That's more smarter. 3 things you should not buy before you become rich and wealthy. Number 1, you should definitely not be going out there buying an expensive luxury car.
I mean, I literally live this lifestyle, so I don't know why the fuck you guys are
Smart.
talking shit. I'm just saying, if you want to buy fucking nice things every now and then, you know, if it's in your budget, just don't be a fucking joyless weirdo.
Jeff Bezos is only rich because he's lucky. Well, not exactly. While a VP at hedge fund D.E. Shaw, Bezos stumbled into an
13
article that
months
said
of
the internet was
MasterChef,
projected
brother.
to grow at 2,300%. Almost immediately, he came up with the
Okay, luck. Yeah. Luckily, he stumbled across that article, I guess. There you go.
idea to build an online store, identifying books as the first category that he'd disrupt. And pretty soon after that, Bezos was off to the races and started Amazon in his garage in Washington. The rest is history.
Also, you can't beat your spawn point. It's so stupid. Like, ultimately, he was born into a fucking family that was wealthy enough that got him the best kind of education that literally also financed his original endeavor, his original business endeavor, All of that plays a dramatic role in your development, in your upbringing. And that, of course, is going to fucking, you know, that's luck. It's probability. It makes things easier. And then after that, it's just like how predatory you are willing to be, okay? That's it. If he was born 2 years later, someone else could have done this. Yeah, exactly. It's so fucking stupid. And also, if you are going to make a comparison between Jeffrey Jebediah Bezos and a comic book villain or character, how the fuck do you not go with Lex Luthor?
Of course, but I can't stop thinking about how that one article that Bezos read put him on a path to world domination.
Wait, he literally is... I'm gonna lose my mind. He's like, Jeff Bezos is not lucky, but that one article he read, he stumbled across, caused a sequence of events that led him into world domination, but which wasn't luck though. Okay. Here's the richest person
in every country. This is Bernard Arnault. Arnault is the richest man in all of France, making his fortune in the luxury goods industry. However, he actually started at his father's company. Eventually, he made enough money there to purchase Christian Dior, and over...
Oh, so you mean to tell me that the richest man in France was born rich? That's crazy. And he was so born so fucking rich that he was able to purchase Christian Dior? Just a normal person working at his normal company. That's crazy. Please tell me more about how generational wealth does not factor into the equation. Because, hey, technically he didn't inherit it. Yeah, of course he didn't inherit it, but, you know, he worked at his fucking father's company.
Has acquired dozens of luxury brands under his conglomerate LVMH. Today he owns brands like Louis Vuitton, Hublot, Fendi, and many more. These brands have made him massive amounts of wealth, with his current net worth sitting at $176 billion. Richest person in every country, this is Bernard Arnault. Arnault is the richest...
Bro, I think the funniest thing about all of these dudes is that, like, they are just so fucking broke. Like, all these adventure capitalists, these, like, homies that fucking constantly talk about all this shit, like, they are so insanely broke too. Like, that's the funniest part. Have you encountered the Ulux YouTube channel? 15 things poor people do that rich don't. What? Oh my god, it's the best luxury website in the world. Okay, I will look at that too. Oh my lord.
Did you know if you had $100 last year, it's now worth close to $93? Fuck. Inflation is at an all-time high, so it has never been more important to stop saving all your money and start investing it so you can start beating inflation. If you start at age 18 and invest $100 a month into the S&P 500 at an 8% return, you'll have $620K for retirement. $150 a month would be $930K. $300 a month would turn into $1.8 million. But start soon.
The stock market, famously, is always growing at the same 8%. It's just crazy. Like, everybody knows this. Like, the stock market never famously deviates, you know? It's always up. Which, by the way, that's the... Anyway. Anyway, it's fine. Such a bad take about how you educate yourself. No.
Sooner rather than later, because if you start at 25 investing the same amount, you lose out on over $800K. That's the power of compound interest. Follow to get your money up. Did you know if you had $100 last year, it's now worth close to $93?
When it crashes, you just buy more? With what, motherfucker? With the money that you burned, that you pulled out of the trash? Is that how you're going to do it? Click on the NFT vid. Why?
You're new to NFTs. Where do you start?
Number one, don't say no. The biggest reason people are going to struggle with this opportunity is they decided it's not real. Live in and yes instead of or and no. Be curious. 50 hours of homework, podcasts, Twitter, Discord, 50 hours of homework, and humility. Humility is powerful in moments like this. I'm busy. I'm going to choose these other things instead of something that may or may not work out.
Yeah. You're new to NFTs. Where do you start?
Number one, don't say no. The biggest...
Bro, First of all, how the fuck is someone going to spend 50 hours a week in Discord servers and on Twitter? Yo, this is so... I often like forget how damaging this kind of advice probably is. Because like immediately, as soon as I see it, I laugh it off and I'm like, no one actually like takes this shit seriously. But you know there's actually people that are... Like, you know that there are actually probably people out there that do this shit. That like look at this and they're like, yeah, I got to hit my 50 hours this week. 50 hours to learn how to gamble, bro. That's great. That's crazy. And the learning is done in Discord servers. I mean, that's like jailable as far as...
Is your advice to overthinkers?
A quote that has helped me immeasurably. And it's from a book called The Horse, the Boy, the Fox and the Mole. The boy and a horse are in the woods.
What?
And the boy says to the horse, I can't see a way through. And the horse says, can you see your next step? And the boy says, yeah. And the horse says, then just take that.
Wow.
And it hit me.
Yeah.
All of the time, we look at the goal, we look at the future, we look at the end game, we look at how long a journey.
Dude, my favorite thing is when like it's just a magic self-report, instant self-report, when it's like, what's your favorite book? Oh, you know, fucking can't even think of a fucking children's book. God damn it. I mean, basically the joke is that he is literally like, that's the last time he read. Okay, Green Eggs and Ham, exactly.
Journey it is, and we feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Instead of that, just go, right, I'm not going to worry about that, because that will come. With each step, you will get closer to that. So I don't need to worry about how far away it is. All I need to focus on right now is my next step.
What is your advice to overthinkers?
A quote that has helped me immeasurably. And it's from a book called The Horse, the Boy, the Fox and the Mole. The boy and a horse are in the woods. And the boy says...
Federal prison for this guy.
Wait, what? How to not
Investors do not pay taxes. Elon Musk said, how do you guys want me to pay taxes? I don't make any money. I'm not an earner. I'm an investor. The only way for me to pay taxes is to sell stock. You have to become an investor in 2022. One of your goals should be, I invest more money this year than I actually made last year. Imagine how big that change would be. How much money did you invest this year?
Close to $1 million.
11 years ago, he didn't see how he would ever make $1 million in a year. This year, he invested.
Bro. Who are they talking to? Like, I guess me, technically, like literally, I'm like one of the 8 people that listens to this and goes, I mean, I could do that. Yes. And it's like what? You think dudes making fucking $35,000 a year are going to be like, yeah, I know I'm paying rent and stuff. And like, you know, the budget shortfall is like built into my existence, but I should probably, you know, invest instead of what? Working to survive at subsistence wages? Like, what the fuck? Who is he talking to?
$1 million. He's probably spending 500 grand a year, and he invested double that. The moment you go from spender to investor, you will reduce your tax bill.
You know how much tax I'm gonna pay on that 2.4 million?
Zero. Why? Because he's a hero. Okay. Investors do not.
Happy 10 months, chat.
I
Thanks.
mean,
for
they're
the
making
company,
fun of
Hasan.
Bro, this is why we gotta fucking, yeah, tax that guy specifically.
What you drive, what you eat, and where you sleep will determine if you become a millionaire or not. Well, obviously most millionaires drive a Lamborghini, right? Nope. In fact, 61% of millionaires drive a Honda or Toyota. Okay, but millionaires definitely eat at the most expensive restaurants. Not true. Most millionaires eat high quality produce from their local markets. Yeah, but all the millionaires on TV, they live in mansions, right? That's just not true. The majority of millionaires live in normal homes with normal people. Check out The Millionaire Next Door to see how real millionaires live. What you drive, what you eat, and where
Should not have clicked on that one. That was weird.
Here's a new side hustle for you. It's been a while. This company, Hydro Flask, sells these bottles for about $50. This company right here is their manufacturer. You could literally get your own brand and label it with your own name. Here's their contact information. Then go on Shopify and start your own. Then just get out there, put your name out there, and start promoting the heck out of it. If they can do it, so could you. Don't get it.
Bro, what? Okay, what about the... Okay, but like, what about the marketing element of it? Like, how the fuck? Bro, I love when people are just like, hey, you want to make money? Do drop shipping.
For COVID boys. Got my booster 3 weeks ago.
That's it. Like, do like run a drop shipping business.
Here's a new side.
If they'll allow it. Unless he's talking about fucking buying the... I mean, that's like, you could do that with Alibaba. Here's better fucking advice. Alibaba dropshipping business. That's it. That's what he is saying. Okay? So stupid.
You can't even keep this stuff cold, genius? I'm 8 years old and we're in South Florida. What'd you expect? Real cute. How much? $1.50. The kid down the block is charging $1. Did you know that 90% of small businesses fail? Prepare to become a statistic, kid. My dad says you drive a fancy car, but you've got loan officers on your tail. Do you have a tail? No, I don't have a tail, and I just got a phone call that I didn't get the job that I wanted, so you and your dad should mind your own business. Grand opening? Yeah. How are sales? Almost $20. By next week, I should have enough money to buy the bike I wanted. It's good cash flow. Thanks. $1.50, please.
Do you
Here's
ever
a 20.
feel like a
Use it to buy a
plastic
cooler
bag
so you could
drifting
sell more
through the
lemonade.
wind,
Oh,
wanting
and
to start
if anyone
again?
asks you about a commercial license, tell them to call me. Thanks for the investment, mister, but don't expect...
If anyone asks you about a commercial license, tell them to call me. Bro, if I see an 8-year-old kid with this mustache, I'm out of there. I love imagining hypotheticals where I tell 8-year-old kids about commercial licenses.
Said, hey, you guys have a Gulfstream 550 or a 650 for sale. I'm interested in a jet, and I got to take delivery by the end of the year. And they're like, we don't keep jets around. We can't deliver a plane to you for 2 years. I said, okay, I hung up. I knew Gulfstream was what I wanted to buy. Called my accounting department, and I said, send Gulfstream a check for X. Called the guy back. I said, hey, Rick, I know you guys said you don't have a plane available, but I want you to call your accounting department. I sent a little gift to you. Call me back when you get the gift. Calls me back. He's like, I've been doing this for 30 years. Nobody's ever done that. And you're just a guy. Nobody's ever sent me a check prepaid for a plane. He said, I'll get busy finding you a plane. 14 days later, we took delivery of a plane. I flew it 2 hours. That's all I'm required to do by the IRS code. I had to take one flight in it, give it back to them. They kept it for another 6 months to demo their clients in. So we have a Gulfstream 550, 14 hours, any direction without stopping. I can go from London all the way to Los Angeles nonstop. Said, hey, you guys have a Gulfstream 550 or a 650 for sale. I'm interested in a jet, and I got to take delivery by the end of the year. And they're like, we don't keep jets.
I don't understand. How did he write it off? Did he just say that he like bribed Gulfstream to like get a demo? Like a $50 million demo? What did I miss something? Also, who's like, oh man, this is advice. Finally, advice for me. I'm on Instagram all the time, and I go to my favorite website, or my favorite Instagram page, Passionate Income. What? How to write off a $50 million private jet? Sick. Finally, advice for me and my $50 million. He assumed possession 6 months ahead of time, so it was writable as a business expense before the end of the year. No wonder rich people have orgies. These stories are so fucking boring. Wait, what is this? There's a little girl, a 10-year-old buys 2 companies.
Companies may be on track to retire at 15 as a multi-millionaire? Hey, how old are you again?
Thanks for the jet advice.
You're actually 3, so maybe get off your iPad and start working on building some companies because you only got 7 years to figure out how to become a multi-millionaire. A 10-year-old girl who owns 2 companies may be on track to retire at 15 as...
Oh my God. I love this. I can watch this for the rest of my life. Oh, there's a new one. This just came out.
Here is one.
Fresh off the presses, baby. Fresh off the press 17 minutes ago. Reminds me, that's 17 minutes that we fucking forgot about at the top of the hour. They literally posted this at the top of the hour, and I fucking forgot that at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5, or you can do that for free. That's an investment advice that you could take away with you for life, boys. That's right. That's the greatest investment of all. A $5 a month Hasanabi subscription. So you never have to see the ads ever again. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you get gifted a sub. Here's the 1 minute ad break now.
In a way, the middle class is being destroyed in America. Yesterday, I went to the store to pick up a snack. I go by the water bottle area and I see that this generic water bottle costs $1.79, right? So then I go in line. I'm going in line and I tell the lady, I'm like, is it just me or did the prices get so expensive? And then she says, no, the prices have gone up. We're just not making more money. I had a discount, 15% discount. So I got my snack and then she's like, oh, you don't have to pay me anything. I was like, that's for free? She was like, yeah, it's 24 cents, but don't worry about it. She thought I was struggling. But with the CVS coupon I had a $1 free gift. So I gave it to her. No, I don't expect a Nobel Peace Prize for this. Anyway, yeah, this coffee, about $7.50. Welcome to inflation. Here.
What? What? Bro, some of these are just straight confusing. Like, I feel like you have to have a bone missing in your brain. You know?
I had a billionaire mentor of mine tell me that the
What a fucking banana statement to open up with. I had a billionaire mentor of mine.
heaviest thing in the entire world wasn't iron or gold, but it was an unmade decision. So if
That's it, bro. That's it. I'm officially dead. I have died. This fucking video killed me. This is the end of me. I now have this is brain cancer that I will never recover from. It's a decision.
If you're at the edge of a big decisions that you got to make in your life, you got to break up with a girlfriend, you got to leave your house, you got to start that thing that you want to do on the side. It's every day that you're delaying the decision that's weighing you down, not the decision itself. I had a billionaire mentor of mine tell me that the heaviest thing in the entire world wasn't iron or gold, but it was an unmade.
You became a millionaire through the stock market. What are the best 5 stocks to buy? I actually did it by buying the best 500 stocks. I don't have enough money to buy 500 stocks. Don't worry about that. Just write this down. SPY. Alright, but what about the other 499 stocks? Well, that's all you need. SPY is an S&P 500 ETF that tracks the top 500 stocks in the United States. So when you buy SPY, that's the equivalent of buying a fraction of the top 500 stocks in the US. Tesla, Apple, Amazon, they're all in there. Huh, it's really that simple? Pretty much. Follow to learn more. You became a millionaire through the stock market. What are the best 5 stocks to...
Wait, why would anybody follow him? He just gave the advice away, bro. That's it, bitch. Numbers going up.
Here's how the rich use debt to become even richer. I'd like to buy this apartment building for $5 million. What are my options? Well, you could sell $5 million worth of your stock holdings and pay 23.8% in capital gains taxes. Or you could take a $5 million margin loan against your stocks at a 1.5% interest rate. And I'd get a tax deduction for the interest I pay on the margin loan, right? Correct. So I can either sell my stocks and pay a quarter of their value in taxes.
Wait, this is good. Finally. This is good because this is literally showing the cheat. I mean, they're saying that as like a positive, but that is literally the cheat, and that's why it's a negative. That's
9 months.
Yeah, this is actually the first video that I've seen where it's like, yeah, no, that's like he's glitch hacking.
Or I can keep my stocks, get another $5 million in cash at an interest rate that's lower than inflation, and get a tax deduction for the interest I pay on that loan. And you forgot to mention that your monthly income from your new apartment building will be double the required payment on your loan. And people wonder why the rich keep getting richer. Here's how the rich use debt.
Wait, is this guy an anti-capitalist? What's going on? I don't understand. Can someone explain what he said? Wait, so
It's
how do
in
you
the
pay the
year
loan and
zero.
so? Success Vibes 09. They make the cheat codes. It's up to us to learn the game. Rich own assets, poor buy liabilities. Buy assets, people. Like this guy thinks you could just like live a normal life without having a car or renting. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna run the work, dumbass? Are you gonna clean yourself when it rains? How are you gonna live? Like, what are you supposed to do? From the same account, how to pay 0% student loan debt, 100% legal?
My student debt. Yeah, that's why I'm moving to Canada. What does that have to do with anything? Well, all the money I make in another country, none of it will have to be applied to a student loan repayment program. It's called the Foreign Earned Inclusion Program. How do I do that? Ask for an income-based repayment program. You could pay nothing for up to 25 years because you have no income and no monthly payment. And then in the 25 years, I don't have to pay it, right? Exactly. And it's entirely legal. Oh no, Biden's not going to forgive my student debt.
Homie just said just move to a different country and get a job there, bro. What the fuck? Bro, that is wild, okay? What a take. And live there for 25 years. Move to a different country, get a job there successfully, and then live there for 25 years, dude. This is the greatest. Thank you to the chatters who sent this to me. This is the greatest fucking Instagram page I've ever stumbled across in my entire life. There has been 0 bad clips on here. What does Giga Chat have to say?
No social media after 8 p.m. and no phones in the bedroom. I have an alarm clock. I have one of those body clocks. I leave my phone downstairs. One of the big...
Bro, this dude is like, his jaw is way too powerful for me to take investment advice from this man, okay?
Biggest things that I could give you as a piece of advice to go into next year is to not have your mobile phone in your room. No social media after 8 p.m. and no phones in the bedroom. I have an alarm.
Yeah, I'd rather die.
You got money in the bank. You're earning 0.015% no matter what they tell you. Maybe you're earning 0.025%. That's a quarter of 1%. Take you 4 years to earn 1% on your money. So when my mom was alive, my mom could earn 12% on her money. 12% a year on her money. 100 grand was 112,000 at the
Hasan,
end of
enjoy
1
your
year.
meal and
Today,
stream,
that would
Hasan.
take 83 years to earn the same money. So anybody in the room that's got money in the bank, sorry, you're financially illiterate. You get an F. You got money in the bank. You're earning 0.015% no matter what they tell you. Maybe you're earning 0.025%. That's a quarter of 1%. Take you.
What happened? Why are you guys effing? I mean, yeah, bank interest rates are awful, but like, again, who is this advice to? What is this, Mo?
Viable company in each country? This is South Korea. From the city of Suwon, we have Samsung. You've almost definitely heard of Samsung, as they are one of the world's largest producers of electronics. From batteries to TVs to phones to cameras, they make it all. In fact, they are the world's largest manufacturer of phones and smartphones. In the 1960s, though, Samsung Group was actually focused on fertilizer and sweeteners, but made the switch over the years into consumer electronics. Today, they are the 15th most valuable company in the world with a market cap of $455 billion. Most valuable company in each country? This is South Korea. From the city of Suwon, we
Okay, that sucks. I want to know how they did it. I want to know the cheat code. I guess like this broke my brain because now I just want to know about like how everyone is cheating to make money. You know, every video I watch from this page, I'm like, okay, cool.
Non-fungible tokens, I got all of that, you know. Crypto, I'm into all of that. You know, I've invested in a lot of projects that I feel like is going to do well for me. And yeah, even with NFTs, I love the art, man. It's just amazing. Like, it's cool to have physical art, but to also have it on the...
Bro, anyone that says I love the art of the NFTs, like, you're no. Jail. You should go to jail for that.
Gigahaz.
Like, how the fuck can you lie so openly and so obviously? How? What? You will be unrecognizable if you do these for 50 days? Morning routine for 1 hour, no distraction, no phone. Exercise for 1 hour a day. Dedicate 1 hour towards new skill. What's the skill? Bro, also, how do you have this many hours? Also, only 10 pages of reading? Motherfucker said, work out for an hour and then said, 10 pages of reading for you. I mean, at least they know the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least they know how fucking doo-doo brain their audience is. Follow a healthy diet. Track your daily progress in a journal. Okay, but like, where is the work in that situation? Like, how is he going to work? Motherfucker woke up before 8 a.m. to not go to work, dude.
I pay less taxes than you do.
Wait, what? What'd you
I
just
pay
say?
less taxes than you do.
No, there's no way. How is that possible?
Because of the tax advantages of real estate. It's the lowest taxed income in the world. Not stocks, not a Bitcoin or a startup investment. The tax advantages from real estate are freaking just off the rails.
What am I doing?
He's right.
I pay less taxes than you do.
Wait, what? What'd you
I
just
pay
say?
less taxes.
He's 100% right about that. No, he's not wrong about that. He's not wrong about that. That's Donald Trump, dude. What do you think? How do you think he fucking pays $0? No, it's disgusting. Straight up. We should not allow that. Exactly. That's the difference is like, I see that and I go, well, that's kind of fucked up. That shouldn't happen. Motherfuckers, on the other hand, see that and go, that's pretty poggers, actually. It's so good. So fucking good, dude.